Travel robot presence. Hey, in this video we are going to talk about the top 10 things to do in Pennsylvania. Not only part of the Appalachian and Great Lakes regions, but the Mid-Atlantic too. Pennsylvania certainly has lots of different sides to it. Located in the northeast of the United States, it boasts beautiful countryside and farmland, as well as some marvelous mountain ranges and a small, scenic segment of Lake Erie coastline. While much of the state is rural, the large and lively cities of Pittsburgh and Philadelphia have plenty of interesting tourist attractions to check out. So before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates. Let's get started. Number 10. PHIPPS Conservatory. Set in the northwest corner of Pittsburgh's Schenley Park, the PHIPPS Conservatory and its beautiful botanical gardens make for an impressive sight. Built in 1893, the superb steel and glass Victorian-style conservatory has 14 fantastic flora exhibits to explore, with gorgeous plants and flowers wherever you look, each boasting their own delightful design and lush layout. The rooms are pleasant and peaceful to wander around. A tropical forest conservatory is to be found alongside an orchid room and palm court. In addition to its extensive assortment of exotic plants, there is also attractive architecture on show, with a handful of sculptures and waterfalls dotted about. Number 9. Indian Echo Caverns. A stunning show cave, the incredible Indian Echo Caverns are found not far from Hummelstown in the southeast corner of the state. Long a popular attraction, the captivating caves have been visited by millions of visitors since they first opened to the public in 1929. Long before that, however, the caves were likely used by Native Americans for shelter and storage. Numerous archaeological findings have been unearthed in the fields and farms around its entrance. Visitors can learn all about its fascinating past during a tour of the commercialized caverns with their awe-inspiring rock formations. In addition, there's a picnic area, playground, and petting zoo for guests to use, and souvenirs can be purchased in the adjoining gift shop. Number 8. Centralia. An interesting, atmospheric, and somewhat eerie place to visit. The near ghost town of Centralia has been almost abandoned since 1962. This was when an underground coal fire was discovered burning under the once thriving mining town. Since then, its population has dwindled from more than 1,000 to fewer than 5, with dilapidated houses and decaying buildings now lining its graffiti-strewn streets. As well as visiting the one remaining church, visitors can drive around its quiet and overgrown roads and spy wisps of smoke escaping from cracks in the ground. Often used as a model or inspiration for fictional ghost towns and representations of hell, Centralia has featured in numerous films and TV shows over the years. Well worth visiting for its apocalyptic look and feel, Centralia can be found in the east of the state in Pennsylvania's coal region. Number 7. Dutch Wonderland. Home to exhilarating roller coasters and rides, as well as a castle and slides, Dutch Wonderland is a fun and festive theme park that is sure to delight all the family. Lying just to the east of Lancaster, the Kingdom for Kids is particularly suitable for families with small children. Sprawling over a huge site, the amazing amusement park is entered through a large stone imitation castle facade, which is sure to astound and excite little ones. Once inside, a festival of sights, sounds, and smells greet you, with colorful rides and attractions everywhere you look. In addition to its 32 rides, there is a wonderful water park to enjoy, and shows and games are regularly put on for the children. After having met its costume characters, Duke the Dragon and Princess Brooke, visitors can check out the shops and eateries that lie next to Dutch Wonderland. Number 6. Valley Forge National Historical Park. Set on the outskirts of Philadelphia, Valley Forge National Historical Park offers a fascinating look at the vital role the site played in America's war for independence. It was here in the cold, harsh winter of 1777 to 1778 that General George Washington and his Continental Army camped and suffered untold hunger and hardships for 6 long months. Now a pleasant and picturesque park, Valley Forge tells the story of the exposed encampment and that of the American Revolution through interesting exhibits, films, and tours around the site. Dotted about are various statues and monuments, as well as reconstructed log cabins. Washington's colonial home is one of the standout sites. Besides perusing the museum's extensive collection of artifacts, Visitors can hike or bike along the many trails and paths weaving around the historical park. Number 5. Bicycle Heaven, Pittsburgh. The largest shop and museum in the world solely dedicated to bicycles. The appropriately named Bicycle Heaven can be found along the banks of the Ohio River in the center of Pittsburgh. Home to more than 4,000 models and makes, with many more in storage, its colossal collection is well worth perusing if you have the chance. Besides boasting rare and vintage bikes from around the world, the museum also has some prop bicycles that appeared in films such as A Beautiful Mind, Fences, and Pee-wee's Big Adventure, as well as standout sites such as the futuristic Bowden Spacelanders. It also has some fun-themed bikes representing bands and artists like the Beatles and Elvis. If you want to explore Pittsburgh by bike, you can rent one from Bicycle Heaven, or even buy one if you're going to stick around town for a bit longer. Number 4. New Hope. Located on the border with New Jersey, the small town of New Hope lies in the far east of the state on the west bank of the Delaware River. Long a popular tourist destination, it has been both an art colony and gay resort, with Broadway shows historically tested in its theaters, as well as the numerous art galleries and live music venues that have sprung up around town. New Hope has some interesting historic sites, with plenty of old houses and a quaint railway station on show. At Bucks County Playhouse, locals and tourists can enjoy brilliant Broadway shows and theater productions. After having explored its antique and arts and crafts shops, visitors can cross the river and check out its twin town of Lambertville. Further downstream, you'll find Washington's Crossing Park, a historical site where you can watch war reenactments of the Continental Army crossing the Delaware River. Number 3. Eastern State Penitentiary. Opened in 1829, Eastern State Penitentiary was used right up until 1971 before being turned into a museum and tourist attraction. Nowadays, visitors can take tours around its hulking great ruins to learn about the famous facility and the notorious criminals it once housed. When it was built in North Philadelphia, the imposing penitentiary stood as a symbol of modernity and progress as it was dedicated to reform rather than punishment. Over the years, famed figures such as Al Capone and Willie Sutton were held within its cells, which are laid out in an innovative wagon wheel design. Exploring its crumbling cell blocks is an eerie yet interesting experience as you learn all about its fascinating past and prisoners. Also, there are a number of excellent art installations on display in the penitentiary. Nighttime tours around the National Historic Landmark are a fun but frightening affair. Number 2. Liberty Bell Center. Set in the center of Philadelphia, this charming yet contemporary center houses one of the nation's most important symbols and sights, the Liberty Bell. An icon of American independence, the cracked and chipped bell is a very popular tourist attraction. As such, there are often long queues to see it. Protected from the elements in a glass-house building, it was made in 1751 to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the state's constitution. On it is engraved "Proclaim Liberty, throughout all the land unto all the inhabitants thereof." The bell became an enduring symbol of freedom when it was exhibited around the states in the aftermath of the Civil War to mend divisions and celebrate the country's centennial. After you stop by the Liberty Bell Center, it is worth visiting some of the other sites related to the American Revolution that can be found in the surrounding Independence National Historical Park. Number 1. Fallingwater House. Designed and built by the famed architect Frank Lloyd Wright, the fantastic Fallingwater House can be found in a pretty and picturesque part of southwestern Pennsylvania, partly built over a beautiful waterfall with woods all around it. The beautiful building is widely considered to be his most majestic and memorable masterpiece. While the serene and secluded scenery certainly looks stunning, the house itself exhibits some astounding architecture and a dynamic and daring design. Showcasing strong horizontal and vertical lines, its futuristic features and harmonious relationship with nature, it saw it once labeled as the best all-time work of American architecture. Built between 1936 and 1939 to be the summer home of Lillian and Edgar J. Kaufman, the famous Fallingwater House can now be visited and viewed on tours. It lies around 100 kilometers to the southeast of Pittsburgh. If you love similar content like this, take a look at my other videos, and if you like it, please smash the like button. And make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. If you have further questions, feel free to comment down below. See you in the next video.